Oh, good morning. It's your dear old friend, Geri Atrik. The other morning, I was driving my car and turned on the seat warmer because it was a little chilly, and I began to think about prior to World War II what the cars had in them, and as far as air conditioning and heating. I remember we had a Ford station wagon, and it had a heater, but it didn't have many outlets. I mean, it didn't heat the back car. It didn't have the side heat that we have today. It had like a single stream of heat that came out of it, and it could be directed in to one side or the other, but that was about it. So the only people that were halfway warm were the people in the front seat. Um, and I can remember my grandfather's car that he had, buffalo robes in the back. So because there was no heat in the back. Um, and the other problems were that the windshields would fog up, and the only way you could get the fog out was to wipe them with your handkerchief or a towel or something. But there was no air conditioning, so you couldn't get the moisture out of the car. Um, the other the other thing I remember was um, the defroster. Now that you have the wired glass so that the snow and ice does not accumulate, but in those days, the only defroster you had was the heat that was in the car, and there'd be like a fan on the dashboard that would supposedly blow the heat towards the windshield. Um, but it was not very effective. And, as the ice built up on the outside of the windshield, you'd have to stop the car and get out and scrape. Um, yeah, what else did oh, and the other thing, the door locks would freeze. In other words, you couldn't get your key in there to unlock the car. Um, and then in the summertime, because there was no air conditioning in cars, um, so it was a matter of opening the windows, and if it was hot air, that's what blew in. But the only saving grace on those cars was they had side vent windows, and you could turn them so that the air would blow directly on you, and that was basically what air conditioning was in those cars. And that's about it for today. Hopefully, I'll be with you next week.